What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Anfield Agenda news roundup. I'm recording this late on Sunday night after the late night agenda. The video is going to be going out though early on Monday morning to give you guys a quick recap of everything that we spoke about on the late night agenda show. We're going to be going through and giving you the latest on the situation with the pursuit of HATO. It looks like Liverpool face some competition there for not just him, but Dean Huijsen. We're going to give you the latest on Luis Diaz and the reports linking him not just with Barcelona, but a move elsewhere. A couple of comments from Arne Slot as well around Jarell Quansah and how he was delighted with the performance from him today, and a few other bits and pieces. As always though, my friends, once you've watched the video, and I certainly hope you enjoy it, do drop a like on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Right now, as I'm sitting here, we are 552 subscribers away from a remarkable 300,000, and we can't thank you enough for your continued support. So let's get straight into it. This piece here coming out of Spain said that Al Nassr and Al Hilal have joined Barcelona in the race to sign Liverpool's Luis Diaz this summer. Look, I don't know what Lucho's future holds, but I do know he played brilliantly the time he was on the pitch today, and we're most likely going to see him take to the field against Aston Villa on Wednesday. The reason for that being that Arne Slot had said Cody Gakpo is still a doubt for the game against Villa. Now, he hasn't ruled him out of it entirely, but he said it was a heavy knock, so he said it wasn't a light one. So probably got an indication today with Lucho being subbed off that he probably will be used. And I have to say, I thought he looked much, much better out there on the left-hand side. But with regards to his future, there's always been Barcelona in the background and some lingering doubts about the longevity of his time at Liverpool. We know he's got 2 years to go in his contract. We know that he's on a relatively low wage. And I don't know anything much after that, but do Barcelona have the money? I'm unsure. We know that he would probably run to go to Barcelona if the opportunity came, but I don't think Liverpool should be in any rush to move him on because he's doing well, and as I mentioned, he's on a low wage. But let me know your thoughts on this one. I couldn't see him going to Saudi Arabia. I mean, he's too good at this point in his career to be going over there, but we've seen many tempted by the huge figures that are on offer. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to speak about Dominik Szoboszlai, who has been talking about Arne Slot and the improvements that he's helped in his game. He said, Slot changed my game a lot and I improved, I think, a lot under him because he was going on a certain point that I was never thinking about to be improved. I still can improve for sure and I'm working on it every day. I have to say, I've absolutely loved the progression of Dominik Szoboszlai in recent months, and I think he's really starting to show what he's all about. An absolute all-action midfielder with an engine that just goes on. And if he can add a few more goals and assists to his game, wow, what a player we have. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing his career progress with the Reds. Trent. Fabrizio Romano has said this about the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation. The situation has not changed. Real Madrid consider Trent Alexander-Arnold their top target this summer. Position number 1, number 2, and number 3 on the shortlist for fullbacks and defenders. So you can see very much that Real Madrid still want Trent Alexander-Arnold, but what we don't know is what the situation is going to be with Liverpool. For what it's worth, we ran a quick poll tonight on the late night agenda, and we asked everybody what they thought. There were 3 options: Trent stays, Trent goes, or I'm unsure. 62% said that they think Trent Alexander-Arnold leaves. 19% said that they think they're unsure. And then the remainder think he stays. I'm in that 19%, to be honest. I don't know what happens. I know I want him to stay, but I don't know what's causing the up and down form. Don't know if he's carrying a knock. Don't know if it's just a little bit of form. Or I don't know if it's the contract situation. But again, I hope they're resolved. So Liverpool's first 25 matches, which we've now played this season. Let's have a little look back on what other seasons have brought us with 25 games in. Some of these are ridiculous and the differences are quite, well, striking. Let's have a look. 18-19 after 25 games, Liverpool had 62 points. Very respectable. 19-20, well, that was ridiculous. 73 points after 25 games. That's genuinely just ridiculous. It's near perfect. How? Wow. Like, sorry, stopped in my tracks with that. 73 points after 25 games. That's crazy. Obviously, we know that was a title-winning season. In 2020-21, 40 points. So just 40. So a massive drop-off that season. 21-22, Liverpool had 57 points after this amount of games. 22-23, 42 points. 23-24, 57 points. And right now, 60 points. A very healthy total Will we go on and win the league? I think so. But let me know what you guys think. Now, transfer spending. I know. But we'll talk about it a little bit because Sky Sports brought something up today after the Man United Spurs game. And I wanted to bring it to your attention. Since the summer of 2019, this is the net spend of clubs in the Premier League. Well, the big hitters anyway. So let's run through these numbers. Manchester United have spent £810 million net, so after money that they've recouped, and they're 15th in the Premier League right now. Next on the list is Chelsea, having spent a net spend after sales of £739 million. Tottenham Hotspur, believe it or not, are right up there, and although they have a low wage bill, they have been big spenders net in the transfer market. £576 million for Spurs. Arsenal come next with £563 million. Remember, this is only since 2019, so in the last five and a half years. Then come Newcastle with a net spend of £409 million. West Ham, £360 million. Aston Villa, £334 million. Nottingham Forest, £265 million. Manchester City, £258 million. And Liverpool, £212 million. A full almost 600 million net less than United, 550 odd million less than Chelsea. So you can look at this one of two ways. You can say we've absolutely punched above our weight, or you can be frustrated like I am to think, what else could we have won with a bit more spending? Because that's about 38 million quid a season there, and that's just unacceptable. Right, Cody Gakpo. As I mentioned, Arne Slot did say that Cody remains a doubt to face Aston Villa. He said it's under debate. It's fast Wednesday already, so let's wait and see. It wasn't a soft knock. Next up, speaking about Jarell Quansah and of course how well he played in the second half, and he did. He said, I see in training sessions he's back to being the same Jarell we saw in pre-season. He's shown now that he's back to his old level. You can see how important he is. And now for the big stories of the day. A battle that we may have with Real Madrid for a couple of defenders that aren't Trent Alexander-Arnold anyway. So Real Madrid, as we know, are in the market for defenders this summer. There's been talk of William Saliba. There's been talk of Dean Huijsen, the kid from Bournemouth, who we've also been linked with. And now Jarell HATO is another name that has been linked with a move to Real Madrid. So again, a source over in Spain, Ficaje, said Real Madrid are prepared to pay €40 million for Jarell HATO, viewing the Ajax teenager as the future of their defence. I don't know where to go with that one. I think he's somebody that Liverpool are certainly looking at. At that price point, I think he's going to be attractive to a lot of clubs. But we know that Real Madrid haven't liked to really spend too many transfer fees in recent times. The whole ethos now seems to be get lads in that run down their contracts, give them a high wage and don't pay much for them. So I don't know what to believe around the situation with centre-backs, but I hope we don't have to go head-to-head with Real Madrid for the likes of HATO or Huijsen, because Liverpool do their best work when they come in stealthily and get deals done quickly and don't really like to go into battles over signatures. So we know that Jarell HATO was at Anfield recently, I believe a guest of Ryan Gravenberch. So I want to know your thoughts on this one. Do you think he ends up at Liverpool? Because I think there's a very good chance of it. And Dean Huijsen, let me know your thoughts on him as well, because he's been linked with a move not just to Liverpool, but again to Real Madrid. And I want to know who you think comes out on top this summer, and which one, if either of them, you think come to Anfield. So that is pretty much it for me this morning, my friends. I'm recording this late on the Sunday night, as I said. You'll be watching this in the morning, hence me saying the morning. But I will be back this afternoon. The preview will be coming out as well tomorrow for the game against Villa, so keep an eye out for that one. Then, of course, we'll have a late night agenda tonight at 8:45. Appreciate your support as always. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're closing in 550 to go till we hit that milestone of 300,000. And thank you again for your continued support. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.